Welcome to the information session for UMass Dartmouth's online graduate programs that are related to the business field. We appreciate you taking the time to explore opportunities of pursuing your graduate program with us as a strong institution. My name is Ann Berrialt, and I am the Assistant Director of Admissions for Online and Continuing Education. And with me is Tracy Souza, one of our enrollment specialists, who is very knowledgeable about all the programs that you are interested in. And she is a key person who would work with you from answering your questions to explore enrollment opportunities all the way through enrolling into your first course. As I said, the session is being recorded, and we do have our chat feature that is active. Feel free to list your questions in that chat option, and we'll answer those questions at the end of the presentation, as it may be answered as we go through the session. We anticipate the session to last about 30 minutes, and then we'll follow it with questions and answers. So what we'll cover today is how our online asynchronous program delivers our quality education experience to both students and faculty. We'll give you an overview of the various graduate programs that we offer at the graduate degree level and certificate level, the admissions requirement to submit your application for review and consideration for enrollment, along with other helpful resources and contact individuals at the various departments that are key to helping you support your education, finance your education, and answer some questions that perhaps our office cannot answer. And then we'll follow it with questions and answers. So to begin, our graduate programs of business here at the college fall under our school, and it's called the Charlton College of Business. The Charlton College of Business works very hard to be recognized in the industry because there are so many options for you to pursue a graduate program. And because of that effort by the academic department and the faculty and the selection of recruitment of our students, we have been ranked number 6, our top 6% in the nation, as well as second in New England for online business programs. And that speaks again to the quality of our academics and the learning outcomes of our curriculum that provide students a quality education foundation and experience to advance in their careers or enter into new career opportunities and industry fields. We are a recognized military-friendly school. So if you are a veteran or you're eligible to receive veteran benefits, we do very well here on connecting you with the department who works one-on-one to build that relationship with you to help streamline processes and communication to make your enrollment more successful and easy on your end to take what's necessary to pursue your studies. So why the UMass online learning experience? We have opted to deliver our programs through a true asynchronous format. And what that means is all classes, no matter what you're enrolled in which program, are delivered in an asynchronous format with no required live lecture or connection with your course or faculty. So what that does, it allows you to truly pursue the course and the program at your pace, to access the course anywhere at any time that's convenient for you. With that said, you are always connected with your faculty. I mean, there are office hours and expected times of when they would reply back to your questions. You are always connected with your peers for support, and you are not there alone, but it does allow you to pick the pace that you want to pursue and fit into your studies, the pace that works for your commitments, while adhering to the requirements of the course and meeting the deadlines of the faculty and the syllabus. So with that said, our classes are delivered through our platform, which is called Blackboard, if you're not familiar with it. And if you are, it's very similar, it's very user-friendly, student-friendly, and it allows you to access various websites. You remain connected with your faculty and peers through discussion boards, videos. There are lectures, notes that are shared by the faculty. They also record their lectures, and they build team and breakout rooms for you to connect with your peers on projects if it is a project-based course. Our schedules also allow you to pick the pace that you want to pursue your graduate studies, whether it's part-time, full-time, or going back and forth between part-time and full-time. And how you do that is our classes are offered through the traditional semester of fall and spring. You have the option of taking classes of both a 7-week or 14-week format. Our summers do offer some more accelerated formats, maintaining the 7-week session that we offer in the fall and spring, and also sprinkling some 3- and 5-week sessions out there. You have the option then to even pick up a winter intercession course if you are looking to expedite the completion of your program at your pace, and we do offer 3-week sessions. So it's really truly a student-driven, individual-driven program, both through the course selection and the schedule options, as well as that asynchronous learning experience. So what I'll now do is pass this over to Tracy, who will speak to you about our business-related graduate degree programs. Tracy.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for taking time out of your busy day to join us. I just want to review the master's degrees that we have here. So in the Charlton College of Business, there are a few online master's degrees in master's programs that we offer. We offer the MBA. We offer a master's in healthcare management, a master's in technology management, and we also offer a master's in accounting. Anybody can apply for these, no matter what your undergraduate degree is in. The difference is you may have to take foundation courses. So, for example, if you want to apply for the MBA program and you have an undergraduate degree in history or another non-related business undergraduate degree, you would just need to take these 3 foundation courses that you see here: the Accounting 500, the POM 500, and the Finance 500. And if you get a B or better in those classes, you move on into the Masters of Business Administration. And these 3 classes just kind of set the foundation that you need to be successful moving forward into the graduate programs. They want you to have what you need to succeed. So these are it's like the base foundation, the minimum base foundation that you need. So we have that in all of these. If you get a master's in accounting, again, you may have to take the 3 foundation courses, but it also fulfills that 150 credit rule that you need for the academics to sit for the exam. You may need to also have some work experience, but it'll complete the academic requirement of the 150 credits. Graduate programs, all of these degrees are 10 courses, which in their 3 credit courses, so it's 30 credits. So we also have a host of graduate certificates. So we have the accounting certificate, the business analytics certificate, business foundation certificate, finance certificate, international business, organizational leadership, and the supply chain management. All of these are graduate certificates. And the graduate certificates are 4 courses, and then that's 3 credits. If you decide when you take these, if later on you want to move on to the MBA, as long as you get a B or better in these courses, you can transfer those over and use those towards the MBA program. So you're kind of getting a certificate and using it towards the MBA program. Again, they have to be a B or better. And then the GMAT, right now we are waiving the GMAT, but the GMAT will be, right now we're waiving it, but we don't know when it's going to be turned back on. So if it is turned back on and but you're in the certificate program, if you get a 3.0 or better in the certificate program, then you don't have to take the GMAT anyways. Next slide, please. Okay, so let's talk about admission requirements. The admission requirements will require you to fill out the application, which is, you can see the website right there. We have rolling admissions. So if you do not submit all your documents or get them all submitted in time for one semester, we will reach out to you, ask you if you want to push your application forward to the next semester. So you won't lose all the materials and all the work that you've done. We'll just kind of roll it into the next semester. You will need to supply transcripts. So what that means is official transcripts. So transcripts need to come from university to university. So when you apply, you're then going to submit your application. And when you submit your application, you're going to see an area that you will be able to upload a statement of purpose, and you'll be able to upload your resume. Sometimes we get students emailing us, letting us know that they couldn't find an area to upload their transcripts and that they put it under something else. But it's specifically made that way because in order to be an official transcript, you will need to reach out to all of the universities that you attended in the past, whether a degree has been earned or not, and request official transcripts to be electronically sent to us. And then they send them to us and they automatically upload to your application. If you are applying to a graduate degree program as opposed to a certificate program, there's going to be an area on the application that it's going to ask you to fill out one recommender's name and their contact information. And then it will automatically email the recommender and ask them for a recommendation for you, and they can either open up that box and type right there, or if they've already written a letter of recommendation, they can upload a PDF and attach it. The only thing is you might want to reach out to whoever you ask for a recommendation and tell them to be looking out for it, because a lot of times it goes into the spam folder. The other thing, once you submit the application, you will have an application portal where you can log in and see your process and your progress in real time. So you can log in and be like, okay, 2 of my 3 transcripts have come in. I still owe the letter of recommendation. I still need to update the, upload my resume. Also, there'll be other things on there like the name of your dedicated enrollment specialist. So if you have me, you'll see my contact information. You also might have another enrollment specialist and you will see their contact information. So it's very easy just to click the button and reach out to us and we will answer you in a timely fashion. I know I had mentioned previously that the GMAT is currently being waived. They may turn that on at any time, but as long as your application is already submitted, you're grandfathered in. Now, you don't have to compile all of your documents in order to fill out the application. As long as you get it started and you submit it, we'll compile all the information here on our end. And once all the documents are submitted, then we will forward it over to the department. But again, as long as your application is submitted, then the GMAT will be waived. So international students, if we have any international students here, the admission requirements will be the same with the exception of a few little tweaks. You will need to upload, or you will need to supply proof of English proficiency. You can take a TOEFL or you can take an IELTS. or you can take the Duolingo English exam. I know the Duolingo English exam you can take in the convenience of your own home. You do not have to schedule it. You can just turn it on and take it right then and there when you're ready. And I do believe for the TOEFL and IELTS that you do have to go into a testing center. I know for COVID, they were allowing you to take it in the home. I do not know if that has been stopped since COVID is pretty much over. But you can see on the screen here the minimum scores that you will need to qualify for admission. The other thing that is different for international students is you need to take your international transcripts and you need to have them evaluated by a professional evaluation company. We recommend CED or we recommend WES. So what happens is you go into WES or you go into CED and you will send your official transcripts to them, and then you will order the official evaluation to come to us. So you don't have to send your official transcripts and your official evaluation. You just need to ask for an official evaluation to be sent to us here at UMass Dartmouth. So those are the only differences between international and a domestic student. Next slide. Oh. You want to go back one?
I'll focus on this one instead. Okay, can you hear me, Tracy?
I can hear you. I
Okay.
think we missed a slide for the total cost though, unless you want to go after.
Yeah, I meant to take that one out.
Okay.
Thank you. So this is our tuition, and the tuition is very competitive with other state institutions. If you were to pursue one of our master's degrees based on the 10 course requirement, you're looking at an investment of just shy of $20,000. If you opted to do a certificate program, again, your investment is just shy of $8,000. If you did both, as you will see, the courses from your certificate would roll into your graduate program, providing you've met the requirements of the minimum grade of a B. And you walk away with a certificate, something that you could use immediately for employment needs and or to provide you the skills to, enhance your performance at your current position. That certificate then would roll into the Masters of Business, if that's a program that you were pursuing, and that total would still remain at the 19 or just shy of $20,000. And we highlight that because there's many ways to not only pursue your program with us, but also how you enter. And many will look at a graduate certificate to give them that, primary skill set focus in that area, and then consider looking at one of our graduate programs and applying those courses into it. The MBA is the program that is most universal in accepting most of the certificates that we offer to roll forward.
I just want to add there that the MBA, you can either take a straight MBA or there are 4 different concentrations you can take, but you do not pick your concentration the first semester. Everybody takes the first semester, and then after that you can pick a concentration, and those concentrations are listed on our website.
Thank you. Ways that you can finance your education. We encourage you first to file your federal aid package, which will provide you with some student loans if you've not yet exhausted them at a graduate level. Check with your employer. There are many employers who are looking to retain their employees, to advance them in their position, and to use it as an incentive to recruit new employees. So we are seeing more companies supporting the educational pursuit and goals of their workforce, and they may be able to offset some of your investment by offering you a reimbursement plan. If you are a veteran or of a member of a veteran, do check with the Veterans Organization for educational benefits that also to put towards your investment. We also offer payment plans, and you can use a combination of any of these to finance your courses. We have students who will apply for a Stafford loan through the federal aid process and borrow so much and offset the remaining balance through a payment plan. And our financial aid and loan option is available throughout the year, allowing you to change your decision down the road. We have some students who will use their employer tuition benefits at the beginning and then realize that they had wished they had taken out a loan, and you can always do that. Our window is open and it does not close as a traditional program would. These are some helpful resources that I'll have Tracy speak to you about, but they're just other ways to connect with departments to help explore how you could utilize UMass to pursue your education. But I would encourage you to check with Tracy first. And in many situations, she's able to assist you, and then we can bridge you over to that department. Tracy?
Okay, thank you. So yeah, the online and continuing education department, that's us here at UMass Dartmouth. We have a lot of valuable information on our website, and a lot of valuable, there's slides at the top, little tiles that you can select, and it'll allow you to select courses. It'll allow you to reach out to your academic advisor. It'll tell you about tuition and fees. It'll give you the academic calendar. So there is a wealth of information on our online and continuing education website. If you cannot find what you're looking for, again, you can reach out to one of your dedicated enrollment specialists, and we can help you look for the information or provide you the information that you seek. There is also a student service center. So once you are a student, the student service center will help you if you have questions about your bill, if you have quick questions about your financial aid, if you want to add and drop a course. This is another area you can utilize. Typically you can add and drop and exchange and pay your bills. You can do that all self-service in Coin, but we do have this the student service center for students who are having an issue and need some support. They will help you with that. Typically they like to utilize, like if you go to the website, they like to utilize an online ticket system. So if you have an inquiry, you type it in there and they will get back to you in 24 to 48 hours. If you go to the website, they also have a phone number, but they do encourage you to use the online ticket system. Then we have financial aid, and the same goes for them. They have their website here. They encourage you to use the online ticket system, but they do list their phone number, their general phone number on their website. And financial aid is there to help you fill out your FAFSA form. I know they do offer webinars and whatnot to help people learn how to fill out the financial aid form. If you have in-depth questions about your financial aid, you can reach out to them. They can also review other scholarship programs that might be available to you if you need more aid. So in-depth financial aid questions are funneled through the financial aid department. And lastly, for our veterans and military students, we have a dedicated office, Veterans Affairs. They can help you sort through what benefits may be available to you that you might not be aware of, and they can help you sort through all the paperwork that needs to be filled out when you want, like GI Bill or whatever it might not, whatever it might be. They can help you with that information. Next slide. So keeping in touch, again, there are 2 enrollment specialists here in the Office of Continuing Education. I am one. Julie Anderson is the other one. Again, once you submit your application, you're going to have what they call an application portal. So our contact information is listed here, but again, your application portal will have this information readily available, and you just need to click the button and you can send us an email. If you have a general question, then here is the general email box, the online at UMassD, and also our general phone number here is the 999-9202. So this will conclude the information portion of the information session. We're going to now look at the questions that are in the chat, and we will review those questions. If you do not feel like typing in the chat, feel free to unmute yourself, and you can ask a question if that's what you like better than typing in the chat. Anne?
We have a question in reference to the next enrollment opportunity. And relatively how long it takes for the application to be reviewed for enrollment consideration.
So typically when the application is complete, so however long it takes you to complete the application, that's the bulk of the time. Once that is complete and it is sent over for review, you usually within 5 business days, it'll be reviewed and you will have an admission decision. So again, bulk of the time is trying to gather all the documents together.
There is another question, a little bit more about the how to utilize the difference between the 7-week and the 14-week terms throughout the year, and just to kind of explain a little bit more about that, about how you can set your own pace.
Okay.
By utilizing that schedule.
Again, in the fall and the spring, they have some classes are offered in 7-week sessions and some classes are offered in 14-week sessions. So for example, if you know you are better when you concentrate on one course at a time, and rather have a condensed format, you can still take 2 courses in one semester, take one in the first 7-week session, and then take one in the second 7-week session. You're still getting 2 courses done for the semester, but you're focusing on one course at a time. Again, it's a little bit more condensed. The information is a little bit more condensed than the 14-week session. If you would rather have it spread out, you can then apply for one 14-week session or 2 courses in the 14-week session. We kind of leave it up to you in your learning style.
And the other question is in reference to what happens about the GMAT when if it does become a requirement. And they have submitted their application. Are they then required to take the GMAT, or are they grandfathered?
So as long as your application is in, you will be grandfathered in for not having to take the GMAT. If you did not fill out your application or you did not submit your application, like you started it and you did not submit it, then and it gets turned on, and it is now required, you will have to take the GMAT. There are different circumstances that may require you to be able to waive the GMAT anyhow. Like if your undergraduate degree is a 3.0, then you will be able to waive the GMAT anyways. But I suggest if you do not want to take the GMAT, you fill out the application now and submit it. So once it's submitted, you'll be fine. The other way to go about waiving the GMAT, if you didn't do that and now they've turned on the requirement for the GMAT again, and you really don't want to take the GMAT, you can go into the graduate certificate like we spoke about earlier. We have a whole host of graduate certificates available. You can start with the graduate certificate, and as long as you get grades of B or better in that, here's the certificates right here. Then and your overall GPA is a 3.0 or higher, then you can go ahead and waive the GMAT as well. Are there any other questions? Does anybody want to unmute themselves and ask a question? Okay, so
Yes, I'm sorry. I did have a quick question.
Okay.
Sorry about that. So in going back to the whole idea of being grandfathered in, so you're saying as long as we submit the application, all other documents can follow the application, so we don't have to have everything buttoned up and tidied together in order to be grandfathered in, so long as just the application has been submitted, correct?
that's correct. Yep, we here in our department will compile all of the documents you need on our end, and then once it's complete, we will send it over to the department. So you do not have to have everything in hand before you apply. As long as you apply and submit, you'll be grandfathered in.
Okay, great.
I don't see anything else in the chat. So I'm going to stop the recording here